What is going on, comic book fans? Welcome back to Bruce and Stephanie Comics. My name is Bruce. Today is Monday, April 18th of 2022. Yesterday was Easter. We celebrated in this house. Our kids got their Easter baskets. They did their Easter egg hunt and we hung out with the grandparents. What a wonderful weekend it was. Stephanie and I also went to a concert on Saturday night. We saw my favorite band in the whole entire world. It was amazing. One of the best concerts I've seen in so long. We were so close to the stage. Oh, epic. What an epic weekend this was. But guys, we're not talking about weekend or stuff that happened to us in this house. No, it's time to talk about my must-have pickups for this upcoming new comic book day, which is April 20th of 2022. We have so much stuff to talk about, guys. We're going to go over my cover lover picks. We're going to go over the fact that I caught up on almost all the books I was behind on that are coming out this week. And then we're going to talk about my must-have pickups. So let's not waste any more time and let's talk about my pull list. So, before we get into my pull list, last week I made myself a promise that I was going to do my very best to catch up on all the books that were coming out this week. So that way I can give you my true and honest opinion about these books. Because remember, this video is not about speculation or what books you should be picking up to make money. No, this is all about my opinion on what are the best reads coming out this week. And guys, I did so good. I caught up on almost every single book. These are some of the remaining books. There's only like 3 or 4 books that I did not get caught up on. So in today's video, this is my true and honest opinion because I am caught up on almost all the books. There are a few. The one issue that I really wish I got caught up on was Catwoman Lonely City. That's the book that I really want to read. I just did not get a chance to read that book. But guys, on my pull list this week, if you guys go to League of Comic Geeks, you guys can make your own pull list and share it down in the comments below. But my pull list this week has 13 books. I have 5 that I want to talk about, and I have like 10 or 11 cover lover picks for you guys. Alright, let's not waste any more time. You guys have seen my pull list. I let you guys know that I'm caught up on almost every single book coming out this week. Let's talk about the hottest and best covers, in my opinion, coming out this upcoming new comic book day. So I know I said I had 10 or 11. I actually only have 7 cover lover picks. There just felt like there were so many amazing covers. Now, these first 4 I've spoken about before on my comic book speculation recommendations video. So if you guys watch that series, you guys are going to recognize these covers. So I'm going to go over these first ones pretty quick. And the first one up is Spider-Gwen, Gwen First, number 2, the 1 in 100 ratio variant done by Peach Momoko featuring Gwen Stacy as Wolverine. It's gorgeous. I love it. It's an amazing design variant by Peach Momoko. It's gorgeous. Next up is Catwoman number 42, the B cardstock cover, done by Jenny Frison. It features Selena Kyle in some sexy ass lingerie and it is absolutely gorgeous. Next up is the Vampire Slayer number 1, the G cover, done by Mike Del Mundo. Now, this is the 1 in 100 ratio variant in my comic book speculation recommendations video from last week. I said it's the 1 in 25, but no, it is the 1 in 100 ratio variant, and it is gorgeous. Mike Del Mundo knocking it out of the park. This is just such a cool cover. I love this cover, but I'm not going to pay $100 for it, but it is still a gorgeous ass cover. And the final book that you guys will recognize on this list is Hulk number 6, the 1 in 100 ratio variant, done by Alex Maleev. It is absolutely gorgeous. It features the new persona of the Hulk. I believe it's called Apex Hulk. I forgot what it's called. I read issue number 5 and I'm already forgot because I've read so many darn books. But guys, this cover is amazing. I love this cover. Again, I am personally not going to pay the $100 or $200 for this cover, but man, this cover is gorgeous. Alright guys, in the next 3 books you guys will not recognize from my other videos because I've never spoken about these books before, and the first one up is Slumber number 2. This is just the A cover. There's no other variant covers for this book. This cover is just so stinking cool. You got the guy coming out of his own like body and it's all guts and disgusting and there's all kinds of stuff around him. It is such a cool cover. I really enjoyed this cover. Next up is a really cool cover. I'm actually collecting this series and I'm gonna read it once I get all the issues, and I believe this might be the final issue, but this is Refrigerator Full of Heads number 6, the B cover. It features this car driving, has a shark head on the front, and this girl with a giant axe in the back seat. It is such a cool cover. I think what stands out most to me is the shark head on the front of the car. It is so freaking cool. And the last and final book on my cover lover picks is The Flash number 781, the B cover, which features the first ever Speed Force Noogie. It is so cool. I love this cover. I cannot pronounce the guy's name, so I'm not even gonna try. I'll put it up screen right here. It is an unpronounceable name to me. So many of you guys are probably, Bruce, this is the easiest name to pronounce, but to me, it is impossible. Let's say Nikola something. I don't know, but this cover features the first Speed Force Noogie, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I love this cover. All right, guys, those are my cover lever picks. Let's go ahead and jump into my must-have pick for this upcoming new comic book day, which is April 20th of 2022. And one last reminder, these are my picks based on the story, what I think you guys should be reading to get a really amazing story in your hands. No speculation or anything else in these picks. This is just story-driven picks. All right, guys, let's talk about my top 5 picks. Landing in the number 5 spot on my must-have pickups top 5 list is Slumber number 2. This is written by Tyler Burton Smith and art by Vanessa Cardinale, and this book was super fun. The whole concept behind this book is this girl is able to enter people's dreams and murder their nightmares. That's right, destroy their nightmares so they're able to sleep soundly. But there's so much more to this, and the art style behind this is so cool. There's a cartoony aspect to it, but there's also a very dark and twisted aspect to it, and there's also this sidekick that's kind of like an elf. What is this elf doing in this human world? They haven't explained that yet. And there's also a big bad that this girl is hunting, and it is just so cool. I really enjoy the concept behind this. And there's also a group of detectives that are hunting these murders that are happening. There's just so much going on in this book. I really enjoyed the concept. I really think you guys should give this book a chance because it is super fun. This is only issue number 2, so it is a great jumping in point because you can go find issue number 1 and then get caught up with issue number 2. And that is why Slumber number 2 is in my number 5 spot, because it is just a super fun read. Landing in the number 4 spot is Trial of the Amazons Wonder Girl number 2, written and drawn by Joe L. Jones. This book was so good. This reminded me why Yara Flor is such an amazing character, and I really don't care about the Trial of the Amazon crossover that's happening within the Wonder Woman universe, but Yara Flor is such a cool character. Her Amazons are so much cooler than the regular Amazons that Wonder Woman hangs out with. I forgot where they're from, Themyscira or whatever. It does not matter. What you guys need to know is that Joel Jones does an amazing job writing Wonder Girl. Why they canceled this series is beyond me, because this is so good, and her Amazon story is so much more interesting. I cannot wait to see what DC Comics is going to do with Yara Flor in the future. I have a feeling they're going to bring her back and really try to push her to the forefront, which I really hope happens, and I hope they put an amazing creative team behind it, even though I personally feel Joel Jones did an amazing job. But guys, that is my personal opinion. Obviously, they canceled the series because there were not enough sales behind it, but guys, Yara Flor is such a cool character. You should be reading her first solo series plus this Trial of the Amazons Wonder Girl series, because it is just a 2-issue mini, and it's so stinking good, and the artwork is gorgeous. Alright guys, let's find out what my number 3 book is. This list would not be complete if there was not a Bat title book in there. In my number 3 book is Nightwing number 91. This is written by Tom Taylor, and the artwork is done by Gerardo Borges, I believe that's how you pronounce it. That is the one downfall of this book, is that I do not love the artwork. Bruno Redondo should be the artist with Tom Taylor on this book. He keeps on popping on and off in this book, and that is one downfall of this title. But the story is really good. There was a little blip in there where they did a Son of Kal-El crossover story, which is really dumb. That's one of the issues that I read over the weekend. But guys, the main story behind this is so stinking good. Nightwing got all this money from Alfred. He's now a billionaire, and he's trying to help the city of Bloodhaven. That caused him to get a target on this back. And there's one main villain in Bloodhaven. I forget the villain's name off the top of my head. And he's trying to have Dick Grayson murdered. And it is just so good. And the Flash teamed up at the end of the last issue. He's in it this issue. I love Dick Grayson and Wally West together. They're such a great pair, and I cannot wait to see what's going to happen in this next issue. Guys, this book is just so good. Tom Taylor is doing a really good job, in my opinion, writing this book. Again, there was a little bit of a blip with the Son of Kal-El crossover, and I don't like the fact that they keep switching artists, but the overall story behind this book continues just to be a really fun and interesting story that you guys should be reading, and it's a great Bat family book, and I'm a big Bat fan. So guys, read Nightwing, and let's find out what my number 2 book is. Would this list be complete without at least one Marvel book? I mean, come on, I gotta enjoy a little bit of Marvel, and in my number 2 book is Hulk number 6, written by Donny Cates, art by Ryan Ottley, and this story gets better and better with every single issue. In the next issue, we're gonna find out what this new persona of the Hulk is in issue number 6, so if you are a speculator, you might want to pick up a couple extra copies of this book, but we're not talking about that. No, we're talking about the gosh darn story, and this story is so good. I really am a Donny Cates fan. He does tend to struggle with landing the final issues of a story, but guys, this book is so much fun. I love that Bruce Banner is inside of the Hulk's mind, piloting the Hulk, and it's kind of like a spaceship. It's just a really cool idea, in my opinion, and I just love the story that Donny Cates is telling. It's big, it's huge, and massive, and I love this story. I cannot wait to meet this new persona of the Hulk. Who is he, and how long has he been inside the Hulk? If you guys look at the 1 in 100 cover, it is so gorgeous, and who is this Hulk? I don't know. I forget the name of what they said his name is. I'll put it down here so that way you guys know, but guys, this is so freaking, I think it's Titan. Titan Hulk? I don't know. I completely forget, but guys, this book is so good. Read this book if you like the Hulk. If you don't like the Hulk and you like Donny Cates, read this book. If you just like my opinions, check this book out. It's only issue number 6. You can probably pick this up and trade in a month or 2. If you guys are not scared of digital like I am, go ahead and read it digitally. But guys, check out Hulk. It's a really fun book, and it's my number 2 on my top 5 list. So that means it's gonna be good, right? Right? Alright guys, let's find out what my number 1 book that I'm most excited about coming up this upcoming New Comic Book Day. Alright guys, the number 1 book that I am most excited about coming out this upcoming New Comic Day, which again is April 20th of 2022, is Nice House on the Lake, number 8, written by James Tynion IV, and art by Alvaro Martinez Bueno. This book is just so good. Now this book did start off slow for me. I didn't really like issues number 1 and 2, but as the story built and it got bigger and bigger and you got more invested in all these characters, oh my god, this story is so good. I know what Cole is thinking. He's thinking, Bruce, you don't like horror books. You don't really like that kind of style. But James Tynion IV can do horror better than, I don't know, I guess most writers in my opinion, because I love this story. It's also sci-fi horror, I guess, and it's just so stinking cool. The whole concept, if you guys do not know what Nice House on the Lake is that this alien came down to Earth, he stayed on Earth for a while, made a lot of friends, and then he took all of his friends and moved them into a house. And then all of his alien buddies came down and melted the rest of the Earth. All the other human populations was literally melted. It was crazy, and these people found out about it and then are starting to lose their mind within this house. They keep trying to escape, but this guy won't let them escape. It's just so cool seeing these characters and what they do in this situation. And James Tynion IV just created a great cast of characters with a lot of conflict, and it is just so good. Check out Nice House on the Lake if you like aliens, if you like horror, and you just like a really well written story. And the artwork in this book also just suits this story so well. The way he draws the alien in this book, Alvaro Martinez Bueno, is so good. I like this book a lot. I almost want to say, I love this book. It's so good. Alright guys, those are my top 5 books. You guys need to be reading Nice House on the Lake. But guys, those are my cover lover picks. Those are my top 5 books. And that is the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this must-have pickups. If you guys did, guys, let me know down in the comments below. Tell me what your must-have pickups for this upcoming week are. And also let me know what your cover lover picks are. There's so many amazing covers coming up this week. I am sure there is 1 or 2 or 3 or more that I missed that you guys are absolutely excited to get. But guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing. Hit that bell for notification and smash that like button. Alright guys, I will see you guys on Wednesday for my comic book speculation recommendations video. Alright guys, have a great Monday and enjoy your New Comic Book Day pickups on Wednesday. And I'll see you guys then. Peace.